There's a lot of different kinds of auto coverage out there. BI, UIM, umbrellas. It's quite the alphabet soup. If you haven't heard those terms before, let me break them down, explain what they mean and why they matter if you've been in an accident. There are three main kinds of coverage in any auto insurance policy. The first is called bodily injury coverage, or just BI for short. This is a kind of coverage that's required. You have to have it if you drive on the roads in the state of Utah. And this coverage protects you if you cause an accident and injure someone else. So you cause an accident, someone has to go to the hospital. Your insurance will pay that person's hospital bills instead of you having to pay those hospital bills personally. It's really important to have enough BI coverage. We have a whole video dedicated to this, but please make sure that you have enough BI coverage so that you are protected in case you injure someone else. The next two kinds of coverage are closely related. They are uninsured motorist coverage and underinsured motorist coverage, UM and UIM. Uninsured motorist coverage means that the person who injured you in an accident did not have any coverage at all. They were driving without insurance, which is illegal, but it happens a lot. It happens more and more, especially as rates for auto insurance go up. Some people just make the decision to drop it and they just don't have any coverage. That happens a lot. The other situation where uninsured motorist comes into play is hit and run accidents, which also happen more than you think. So someone hits you, injures you, and they drive off. We have no idea who that person is. We have no idea what their insurance coverage is. The only insurance coverage that's going to be available to you is your uninsured motorist coverage. So you want to make sure you have enough coverage so that your medical bills, your time missed from work, all those things are paid for. And then underinsured motorist coverage is very similar. This happens when the driver who hits you, causes an accident, has some insurance coverage, but it's not enough. Let's say you've got $50,000 in medical bills, they have $30,000 in coverage, it's not enough. So what happens in that situation is that driver's insurance pays the $30,000 in coverage. Now you can go to your own insurance and make an underinsured or UIM claim saying that other driver didn't have enough coverage to pay for my medical bills, my time from work, and my pain and suffering. So now it's your own insurance that's going to come in and pay the difference or pay what's left. So again, it's really important that you have enough coverage to make sure that even if the driver who hit you is not insured with enough coverage, that you have some insurance available to you no matter what that's going to pay for your bills, your time missed from work, and your pain and suffering. So there is one important difference between BI coverage and UM and UIM coverage. BIM coverage is required. You can't have an auto insurance policy without BI coverage. That's the law. UM and UIM, however, you can choose to not pay for that coverage and not have that coverage. And people sometimes do this because they think they can save a little bit of money on their premiums. This is a terrible idea. You do not want to be in a situation where you get in an accident and you don't have UM or UIM coverage. Sometimes the other driver either is not insured or not insured sufficiently, and you've got a pile of medical bills, and I promise you, you want that coverage there. I could tell you 100 sad stories with our clients who have experienced exactly this situation where the person who injured them did not have enough coverage and they chose not to have this UM or UIM coverage, and it's just disastrous. Make sure that you have enough coverage. Sometimes you'll also hear about what's called umbrella coverage. So umbrella coverage just means it can cover anything. So if you have an umbrella coverage in your policy, that can protect you. If you injure another driver, it can also protect you if someone else injures you and they're either not insured or not sufficiently insured. And it just gives you an extra blanket of security knowing that if I'm injured in an accident or if I injure someone else in an accident, I've got a lot of coverage there available to take care of whatever the medical bills and other expenses are, and you are protected. So let me give you an example. And this example is a little bit convoluted and maybe not super realistic, but stuff like this does happen. So let's run through it. Let's say you're driving on the freeway, someone's following you too closely from behind, and at the same time you have someone pull out in front of you and cut you off so that you have to hit your brakes, slam on the brakes, and then the person behind you isn't paying attention and following too closely, they crash into you from behind. The person in front of you drives off, zooms off, they probably have no idea that they even cut you off because they're not paying attention. So what happens? You might have a claim on your uninsured motorist coverage because the person who cut you off has some responsibility for the accident, but they're nowhere to be found. We don't know who they are, who their insurance is. So you could have a claim on your uninsured motorist coverage. You could also have a claim on the BI coverage of the person who hit you from behind. And if they don't have enough in BI coverage to pay you for your medical bills and other expenses, then you can make a claim on your own insurance for UIM or underinsured motorist coverage. It can get complicated. There are rules about what you can make a claim on and what you can't. So come talk to us if there's any sort of confusion about whose insurance is going to cover what. We can go through your situation. It's free to talk to us, free to ask, and we're happy to see what we can do to help you. So thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.